Hey y'all, what's going on? Happy Wednesday evening. I hope you guys are doing good. Hope everyone's got a smile or something like it similar on their faces. Hope y'all chill. Everything's going okay. Just checking in, you know. Just did what I do today. So, did my usual, did my shopping, then I did my work, my deliveries. I think I might have got another ticket, but it's one of those light tickets. So hopefully I didn't. Hopefully they did not get my car on their license plate. San Francisco, man, it's a mess. You just gotta be careful when you're driving over there. But anyway, other than that, I'm chilling. You know, had a good day. I brought my laptop with me today, so I've been doing a lot of editing, getting a lot of editing out. I'm finishing up my my fast-paced talking. Was it short? Yeah, I'm finishing up my fast-paced short, getting that done. It's a lot of work because it's tedious. It's real small. It's like maybe 26 seconds long, but I'm throwing in a lot of clips to display the emotion that I'm feeling as I talk and say what I'm saying. So getting those clips in and then learning how to compress them in size is a challenge. And then putting them in properly, making sure they have a background with them equative, and then blurring the background, and then also making sure it highlights exactly what I'm trying to say in that moment. So it's a tedious job, but it's also getting fun because as I play it and watch it and look at the sequence, I'm saying, oh, I'm seeing everything come together. It's like nice. That's when editing becomes fun. When you start to put stuff together and it looks cool and it's actually kind of fun to watch because you're kind of throwing in some entertaining stuff. Then it's like, okay, this is not bad. Let me keep going and see where I go with this. That's one thing I'm getting knocked out today. Another thing I'm working on is I had this segment I like to call TV scenes or movie scenes, where I create a scene of a movie or a TV show and I just illustrate it and I put it in my YouTube post, my article post. And it's like, you know, it gets a glimpse of a movie idea, kind of. It's entertaining to listen to or read for a quick few seconds. And, you know, it's a fun scene, and they're always fun, and they're always interesting. It's on my RMR channel. So I've been doing that, real motion reviews, if I haven't said that before. So what else is going on today? It's a nice sunny day. It's warm. It's been busy, you know. I'm staying, like I said, I've been keeping my motivation up this week. Working on staying positive. You know, after a while when you say it, it has to become a reminder. You have to remind yourself, hey man, don't forget to stay positive. You know, things are going up and down, but hey buddy, keep going ahead. Keep going ahead. That's the reminder. And I must put that reminder in my mind, in my head, so, you know, to keep regurgitating it. I was talking to one of my friends today on the phone, and he was saying, you know, he was listening to this service, and how the service was talking about every single thing that he was going through, and it's just reminding him to keep going, to stay encouraged, how to think on things, how to see things properly, so you don't, you know, because the way perspective is everything. If you're looking at something a certain way, you know, it can emotionally fill you up, or it could emotionally tear you down, and then you can just show that to other people. You'll be talking mess to them, and then you just be going around just being a big old poopy face. And I'm not trying to live like that. I like to be positive, or somewhere near positive. You know what I'm saying? Even today I was thinking about my dad. My dad died last year. He had Alzheimer's, or dementia. It was dementia. He had dementia, and he was kind of and then he was in the system because we didn't really have enough to keep him in household containment, because he was staying with my uncle. And once they took him in the system, he just went down dramatically. I think when they displace you and you're not really in your familiar settings and surroundings, your dementia gets more and more wicked, and it just kicks in overdrive. But at the same time, they weren't really taking care of him that well, and that was something else. So that was one thing to deal with. But getting back to my point, he wasn't really there for me all my life. Kind of like here and there, I would sometimes just I bumped into him on the streets. I even bumped into him in Vegas. Well, he was scheduled to be there. I didn't expect that he would show up. It was my other sister's wedding, And he was there, and I just saw him in the same hotel we were in, which is funny. And then, but moral of the story is like, he was kind of just here and there. I had to always give an effort to talk to him. I had to always, for the most part, I worked with him a little bit, but he was just a strange father, estranged. I hadn't seen him for 10 years after he left us when I was first born. Not first born, but like a couple of years after that. Then he just kind of just, took off, gone. Wasn't really there. And that stuff takes a toll on you, And I was thinking today, I didn't really necessarily need him to be a great father. I just needed him to be a present father. Someone that was around, someone that I could just, he could tell me something. It would have been more motivational. It would have been more helpful. But life goes on. What we doing? And you just got to keep pushing those buttons. You got to keep going. Why is this car waiting? We're going to miss the whole light because you want to wait. I don't want to clog the intersection. I get it, kind of. Anyway, so today I was reflective on those things. Just thinking on things. Just thinking about things and how they hold dear to your heart and how they concern you and how they affect you. So that was on my mind today. I was just randomly shooting around thinking about certain things, And even when you focus and trying to do things and get things done, and how so many distractions can randomly pop up in your brain and just throw you off. But it's like, you know what? I'm just going to charge forward. I'm going to keep on going. I'm not going to let this little thing stop me. I got to stay motivated. I got to find some inner way to be okay with what I'm thinking about, how I'm thinking. So that was my mission of the day, just to get things equated, stay in my routine, stay in my cycle, which is video editing, working all day, doing my deliveries, whether it be whatever company I'm delivering for, and just pushing out content, staying focused. And that's I guess that's my motto of the week. Just staying focused, staying confident. We're on that. I must stay on it. Consistency is what builds things. If somebody was working on a building, if they weren't consistently building it, it wouldn't get built. So that is a perspective. That is a way to think of things. That is a way to see things and understand them. So that's where I'm at, But anyway, I'm sure everyone has different types of life goals. Everyone has something in their mind, something in their way that they must find. Some people be like, you know what, I'm cool. I'm just chilling out all day. I ain't got nothing to worry about. Like, there's something there. That we all have homework. A lot of times we just don't do it. We just don't do the homework. And it affects you. You don't get a passing grade. If you're trying to move on in life, you gotta turn your homework in. You gotta get those grades up. Something to work on. So if that was my message of the day, that would be it. Turn your homework in. Get your grades up. Learn the material. Don't just turn your homework in and fill in anything. Learn the material and study so you can get good grades. This is a metaphor. I didn't do that good in school, and it shows now. But you know what? I'm putting my best foot forward, and I feel like I'm in a good momentum, and I like that. I appreciate that. So anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Hope you guys take heed to any encouragement I try to give, and I hope you guys have a good day. The sun is almost set. It's 6 o'clock, sunset hour, golden hour. Appreciate what you got, and be thankful for the things you don't have that were a problem. Catch y'all later. Peace.